Today we will discuss about the fringe width. What is fringe width? Fringe width is the distance between two consecutive bright or two consecutive dark fringes, because in division of wavefront we are getting fringes at equal distance. So fringe width between two dark or fringe width between two bright fringe must be always same. The separation between two consecutive maxima or two consecutive minima on screen is known as fringe width. Let the separation S1 S2 be equal to 2D. Let capital D be the distance of screen AB from the plane S1 S2 and SP0 as principal axis of the system. Let the distance of a point P from P0 be x. Let us drop a perpendicular S1n and S2m on AB from respective sources S1 and S2 as shown in figure. Geometrically, NP is equal to x minus d and MP is equal to x plus d, and S1n is equal to S2m is equal to m, which can be easily seen in figure above. In right angle triangle S2MP, we have S2P square is equal to S2M square plus MP square, which is equal to D square plus x plus d whole square due to geometry of the figure, or S2P is equal to d square plus x plus d रेज टू पावर हाफ, और अगर हम d इसमें से कॉमन लें देन d इज इक्वल टू 1 प्लस एक्स प्लस डी होल स्क्वायर अपॉन डी स्क्वायर रेज टू हाफ. In experimental setup, d is very greater than x plus d. Therefore, using binomial, we can write S2p is equal to d 1 plus x plus d whole square upon 2d square. After opening bracket and simplifying, we will get d plus x plus d whole square upon 2d. Say this is equation number 1. Similarly, from right angle triangle S1 and P, what is the difference between these two triangles? The distance changes. NP is equal to x minus d. So therefore, S1P square is equal to S1N square plus NP square, which is equal to d square plus x minus d square. After solving as above equations, we will get the value of S1P, and which is equal to capital D plus x minus d whole square upon 2d. Now we want to calculate part difference. Part difference is equal to S2P minus S1P, which is clear from the figure. What is part difference? Part difference is the part travelled by two waves. Difference between the part travels by two waves, which is equal to S2P minus S1P. We will put values of S2P and S1P from above equations. We get d plus x plus d whole square upon 2d minus d plus x minus d whole square upon 2d. After simplifying this equation, we will get part difference is equal to twice xd upon capital D, which is shown by equation number 3. Fringe width for maxima. Condition for maxima, we know that for maxima, part difference should always be equal to 2n into lambda by 2. Therefore, using equation 3, for condition for nth maxima, we will get 2xn d upon capital D is equal to 2n into lambda by 2, or xn is equal to d lambda upon 2d into n. Say this is equation number 5. This xn distance is the distance of nth maxima from the center. Now let us consider next n plus 1th maxima, for which equation becomes x. We put n equal to n plus 1. Therefore, x n plus 1 is equal to d lambda upon 2d. In place of n, we will put n plus 1. Therefore, we will get two equations, equation 5 and equation 6. By the definition of fringe width, we know that the difference between two consecutive bright or two consecutive dark. Therefore, beta is equal to xn plus 1 minus xn is equal to d lambda upon 2d in bracket n plus 1 minus n, which is equal to d lambda upon 2d. Therefore, beta is equal to d lambda upon 2d, which means the fringe width beta is directly proportional to capital D, means the distance between sources and screen. Beta is directly proportional to lambda. Therefore, fringe width is directly proportional to wavelength. Therefore, if we use white light, then the beta of violet will be minimum and for red it will be maximum. Third, beta is inversely proportional to 2D. That means when the distance between two sources must be very narrow. If 2D is large, then beta will be small. Fourth one, if however lambda upon 2D can be kept constant, then even for heterogeneous light, beta is similar or constant, and the fringes in this case becomes similar to monochromatic light and called achromatic fringes. If by any means we can keep lambda upon 2D as a constant term, then the fringes are said to be achromatic fringes. Now, based on above theory, we will solve some numericals. First numerical is two coherent sources whose intensity ratio is 81:1 produce interference fringes. Reduce the ratio of maximum intensity to minimum 1 in fringe system. Solution. I maximum we know by the principle of superposition. I maximum is equal to A1 plus A2 whole square, and I minimum is equal to A1 minus A2 whole square. I maximum upon I minimum can be written as A1 plus A2 whole square upon A1 minus A2 whole square, which is shown by equation number 1. Given in question intensity ratio, that means A1 square upon A2 square is equal to I1 upon I2 is equal to 81 upon 1, which this is given in the numerical, or by this expression A1 upon A2 is equal to 9 upon 1, or A1 is equal to 9 of A2. Now we want to calculate the ratio of maximum to minimum. The maximum upon I minimum is equal, we can write 9A2 in place of A1, then 9A2 plus A2 upon 9A2 minus A2 is equal to 10 upon 8 whole square, or 100 upon 64, or the ratio of maximum intensity to minimum intensity in the fringe system is equal to 25 upon 16. Similarly, one more example. A beam of light consisting of two wavelengths 6500 angstrom and 5200 angstrom is used to explain interference fringes in a Young's double slit experiment. First, find the distance of third bright fringe on the screen from the central maxima for lambda is equal to 6500 angstrom. Second, what is the least distance from the central maxima when the bright fringe due to both lambda coincide? Third, the distance between the slit is 2 mm and the distance between the plane of slit and the screen is 120 centimeter. Now we can solve it by using formula xn, that means distance of nth maxima or minima from the central point. So the distance of nth maxima from central maxima is given by xn is equal to n d lambda upon 2d. In first case n equal to 3, because we want to calculate the distance of third bright fringe from the central maximum. N equal to 3 in case d is equal to 1.20 meter, because capital D is given in question 120 centimeters. By putting lambda is given in question also, lambda is 6500 angstrom, which is equal to 6.5 into 10 to the power minus 7 meters, and 2d is equal to 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 meters. By putting all these values, we can get value of xn. Xn becomes 3 into 1.20 into 6.5 into 10 to the power minus 7 divided by 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. After solving all the terms, we will get 1.17 into 10 to the power minus 3 meters. That means the third maxima from central maxima, distance between central maxima and third maxima is equal to 1.17 mm. Second, let the nth bright fringe of lambda 6500 angstrom and n plus 1th bright fringe of lambda 2 5200 angstrom coincides. Then x is equal to n d lambda 1 upon 2d is equal to n plus 1 d lambda 2 upon 2d. By solving above equation, we will get n lambda 1 is equal to n plus 1 into lambda 2. By putting all these value, n into 6500 into 10 to the power minus 10 is equal to n plus 1 5200 into 10 to the power minus 10, or n plus 1 upon n is equal to 65 upon 52, which is equal to 5 upon 4. Therefore, the required least distance from central maxima is equal to x is equal to 4 into d lambda 1 upon 2d. By putting all these value, 4 into 1.20 into 6500 into 10 to the power minus 10 upon 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 meters, or finally we will get 1.56 millimeters. That means, okay, what is the least distance from the central maxima when the bright fringe due to both lambda coincides is equal to 1.56 mm.